Okay.
JB, you ready to go?
Almost. Give me 4 seconds.
1, Mississippi. 2, Mississippi. 3, Mississippi. 4, Mississippi.
And I'm ready.
Tricia?
Go Flight.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at you. Look at you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the JB and Sandy Show, wherever you are and however you are listening. Thanks for being here. My name is Sandy. I'd like to give a shout out to the guy on 183 on a motorcycle doing a wheelie that gave me a little show this morning. Appreciate you.
Really?
That was fun. Right about 183 and McNeil. You know where that Jim's is? I was on 183. Just cruising along, got my coffee, just going right along. All of a sudden, on my left-hand side, here comes old boy just on a wheelie going right by me.
Oh, I'm
Really?
so jealous. I've always wanted to do a wheelie. You know how much I ride bikes. I like motorcycles. I never learned to do a wheelie.
Do you still say Papa Wheelie?
Papa wheelie. I
Papa
wish I could
wheelie.
do it. Oh, it's just
Gotta give it
so jealous.
There's the wheelie crew in Austin. Have you ever heard of them? That's what they do. They ride around in big groups of bikes and ride wheelies all over the
Whole
place.
club.
There was a whole mob of like teenagers on these new electric bikes are basically motorcycles, some of them.
Yeah.
And they just were like downtown takeover doing wheelies everywhere.
But they're civil about it. They're not being jerks, right?
It's funny. I was on my bike. I was doing a bicycle, and I just got swarmed by these kids doing wheelies. and I was heading home, and it was funny. I was like, oh man, they were pretty reckless. I'll be honest. And I was like, man, I don't know if one of these kids are going to fall over into me or something.
Damn kids.
It's funny. We got to the next intersection, and it was probably 50 kids doing this. It was a mob.
Yeah.
And then it was clearly one of the dads rolled up next to me on his little e-moto, and he's like, dude, I'm sorry. and I was like, we were waiting at the light. I go, man, if I was 15 years old, that is exactly what I'd be doing.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, let them have fun.
By the way, my name's Sandy. This is JB.
Hello.
Tricia is here, too.
Good morning.
Something we did for years on the show. We might as well throw it out there, see if it works. I don't know. Times have changed. If you want to be the first caller of the show, there is no prize, okay? You just get the recognition and the title for the day as the first caller of the show. 844-390-KBET. Tricia, what's the first thing made you laugh?
Treat yourself like I-35 and never stop working on yourself, no matter how inconvenient it is for everyone else.
Just like Tricia says,
IH-35.
you're the only person left in Austin that still says IH-35.
Old school. That's how you're supposed to say it.
Yeah.
To say I-35 feels weird.
JB, how do you say it?
I just say 35.
Lazy.
IH-35.
Can't
I don't even
get
say
an
I. No.
Yeah.
I just say 35.
Well, when you're old is when you start calling it the 360.
When you put the word the in front of anything.
Anything.
That's
The
a West Coast
Facebook.
thing. That's a very West Coast
Oh.
thing. They say like the 110 or the 6 or whatever it is there.
Yeah, all those
out there.
highways.
Yeah, that's how they do it.
We'll say like the Home Depot. I have a friend whose mom calls it the Lowells. She puts L's on the end of it and a THE in front of it.
Thanks for being with us. It's the JB and Sandy Show at 98.1 KVAT. Steven Presley from Thunder Pop TV is joining us. Make sure you follow him on social media. He talks movies, entertainment, all kinds of stuff. Let's jump right into it. Taylor Sheridan, this guy never slows down. He's got another project, and this one's going to be in 4D. Tell us about it.
Yeah, and I don't know how Taylor does it because he's always got like 5 shows and like 5 movies going, it seems like. He's got an Alamo film now he's going to be producing, and it's going to be in 4D. And for people that may be confused what 4D is, that's the process where you have the 3D, the 3D glasses, but you're also going to have all the shaking around in your seat. I'm a little concerned because if I go see this, I'm not going to wear clothes, and I'm worried about getting dirty because is there going to be a lot of gunpowder if it's an Alamo 4D movie?
Steven with the jokes.
Always funny.
So here's the bad news and the good news. You'll have to go to San Antonio to see it at the theater down there by the River Center Mall. They have that state museum and theater down there, which is their version of the Bob Bullock, and that's where it's going to be shown because they have the 4D technology.
Yeah, it's a huge Alamo renovation, like a $500 million renovation of the Alamo down there.
Oh,
San Antonio.
There have been a few movies made about the Alamo over the years, for sure. Right. And I was always so disappointed when I first saw it the first time.
You're like,
It's like-
there it is.
In person, not that impressive.
It's like, that's it.
Yeah, there we go.
Right there.
It looks so, yeah.
Let's talk about Rick Moranis and Spaceballs, the new version.
Yeah, Spaceballs 2, speaking of sequels being made years after the original, this is also a return for Rick Moranis, who has had a 30-year hiatus. And this was by choice, because his wife passed away years ago, and he decided after she passed away, he was going to shift his focus to staying home with the kids and taking care of them and raising them.
Yeah, he left Hollywood. He was hot. This is after Ghostbusters and all that. Like, he was a hot commodity and just said, you know what? My kids are more important. I admire that.
Very admirable. Yeah, he had other offers. He had opportunities to come back, TV shows. They wanted him to come back for those newer Ghostbuster movies. And, yeah, he passed on all of that while he was doing family duties.
Bring back Bob and Doug, eh?
So,
Take off, you hoser. I would love that. I would go to the theater to see that.
I would see that, too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, quickly, Steven, we tread on very thin ice when Steven says, I've got an idea for something. But you said you had an idea for a parody song to choose in Texas. What is it?
yeah, it's the biggest song in the world. We all know it's going to, by the end of the year, it'll be the biggest song of the year for sure. But here's the parody. Choosing Texas is about a guy who chose a girl in Texas, over, Ella in Tennessee. I believe that's the story that's being told in the song. How about a Texas barbecue parody where it's like, I'm choosing Texas brisket over the Memphis ribs or the Tennessee ribs. It's like, I'm choosing the fatty brisket over. I think it would be huge for a parody.
Let me know.
I'm going to shoot this.
I don't think so, Steven.
Shooting it down.
Stick with your strengths of talking to dead people there, Steven.
Steven Presley from at Thunder Pop TV. Thanks, buddy. We'll talk to you again on Friday, okay?
See you then.
98.1 KVET, your all-time country favorites with JB and Sandy. Good morning. Looks like any chance of rain. This rain is finally going to end sometime after 8 o'clock. Maybe a little bit where you are right now, but it should be all gone by just after 8 o'clock this morning. Hey, the iHeart Country Festival is coming up. It's May 2nd. It's presented by Capital One. A great show. I mean, Carly Pierce, Luke Urban, Kane Brown, Riley Green, Shabuzi, George Burge, Austinite's going to be playing, Dylan Scott, Gretchen Wilson, Chase Matthew, Lauren Elena, all one night at the Moody Center. Get your tickets. They now have tickets starting at $25. Go to Ticketmaster.com. Get those tickets and be there on May the 2nd at the Moody Center. The 13th annual iHeart Country Festival presented by Capital One is back, and we want to see you guys there. Grab your tickets today. It's the JB and Sandy Show on 98.1 KVET. Good morning. 98.1 KVET, your all-time country favorites. It's the JB and Sandy Morning Show. I'm Sandy. JB is here.
Good morning.
And Tricia's here.
Good morning.
And you guys are out there, and you can reach out to us in a lot of different ways. You can call us at 844-390-KVET, or you can use the TalkBack feature on the iHeartRadio app. We got some messages wanted to share with you. The first one is about the owls.
Of course.
And then we've got one followed up, someone trying to win some tickets. So here you go.
That's really sad about the owls and the surviving owlet whose mom is off crying somewhere because her babies are gone, or she thinks they are. And the dad's off crying somewhere because he thinks he let the babies starve. And there's one still there. And there's a baby crying because the mom and dad are missing.
Oh.
It's just very sad.
Good morning, JB and Sandy and Tricia. Thank you, Oak Park Milk. I would love to win those premium tickets to the iHeart Country Fest. Luke is the code word. Luke. Appreciate you guys.
All right, so that's just a good reminder that at 9 o'clock, we'll give you another code word that you can use to win those premium tickets and an artist experience to the iHeart Country Festival coming up May 2nd. I also can't help but think that message about the owls kind of had like an old school country music song to it. Feel to it. Mama's crying. Daddy's gone.
Daddy's gone.
Now baby's crying.
Right. It's a JB and Sandy show. Good morning. It's 98.1 KVET. I think a majority of people will be for this, but some will be against because you're never going to get 100%. It's about concerts and the new way that concerts are going to be kind of laid out in the future. We'll get to it in a second. It's a JB and Sandy show. Thanks for being here. Again, we'd love to hear from you. 390KVET, or hit the talkback button and leave us a message. We check those all the time, and it's fun hearing from you, okay? So here's a new thing with concerts. There's going to be they're suggesting or thinking about doing concerts that are 1 hour and earlier in the day.
I love this.
Heck yeah.
I love where this is going.
1 hour. I mean, because who wants to go to like our daughter, what show did she go to recently? And I was like, who is the opening act? And she's like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she had no idea. And
No.
it didn't start till late.
Right. And it didn't start till late, but I think this is really, really smart. It makes going to a concert more attractive to me.
I can totally see that. And another thing that I'd heard was going to trend is like smaller venues, higher ticket prices.
Oh, really getting
So you could see the big acts, but not in the mega arena.
Yeah, but some of the acts are built for the mega
Sure,
arena.
right.
Sure.
You know, remember Garth Brooks doing Texas Stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weren't you
Right,
there?
right.
Oh yeah, in San Antonio years ago,
Oh,
I
you were
went
in
to
San
one
Antonio.
of them. It was
Right.
incredible. He wouldn't be able to fly around like that at the Moody Center, right there at the ACL where they film it.
Yeah, but smaller venues is a cool idea. I mean, bigger than a bar, but
But
smaller
you
than
pay
an
more.
arena.
You pay a more of a premium price
Right.
to see a bigger act in a smaller venue.
So
That
I-
would be cool.
But it's also bigger acts. Like, doesn't John Mellencamp? He's like, you're coming to see me sing. You're not coming to a giant event. So he schedules them earlier in the day in smaller venues. He's like, I want to go home and go to bed.
He's
Yeah.
a grumpy old man.
Yeah.
He
We've
is.
interviewed him a few times.
Yeah.
He's always grumpy.
Yeah, but he's still one of my favorite concert stories, though. I went and saw him back in the day at the Irwin Center, and it was right after Austin had put in force the smoking ban, like 2 days after the smoking
no.
ban. John Mellencamp walks out there, does his first song, house goes dark, spotlight on Mellencamp. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out a heater, takes a drag on it, and blows the smoke
He
out. He's
just
like,
doesn't care.
what are you going to do to me?
Right.
Kick me out?
Yeah,
Chappelle did the same thing.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. So look for it. It could be kind of fun. 1 hour concerts.
I like this.
I do too. Just hit after hit after hit.
I mean, who decided that you don't like live music until 11 p.m.?
Right.
Someone
Right.
somewhere decided that.
And who told Bruce Springsteen he has to play for 4 hours? Stop. Stop.
Bragging rights.
Stick around because this is pretty interesting. Some notorious criminals that are being released in 2020.
Potentially.
Yeah, they're up for it.
They're
right?
having their hearings, I guess. What is that, a parole?
I'm glad you're doing this story about the volleyball. They've been around for a couple of seasons, I think, and we need to get the word out that Austin's got a women's professional volleyball team.
It's such a cool sport.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, have you ever gone to a game at Gregory Gym?
No.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
not.
It's that old school gym. You know, they did the big refurb of that gym, but it still has that old feel to it. Remember the movie Hoosiers?
Uh-huh.
And the old, it feels like you're in Hoosiers, and those women are so freaking athletic. It's unbelievable. So, tell us about their season.
Yeah, so they just had their second season. They were champions for the inaugural season 2025, and they just won against League One Volleyball Salt Lake in what they're calling a decisive 15-point golden set. I don't know what that is, but it sounds awesome.
Yeah, it must be great if it's golden.
It's a golden
You don't
set.
call anything crappy golden.
No.
No,
Right?
but
I ho-
apparently, go ahead.
I hope this sport is on the rise. I think it's a very, very cool sport.
I don't know why it wouldn't take off like crazy because it's fast paced, it's exciting, it's easy to understand, and it's got really hot girls.
Yeah, and I guess in college, I guess it's in the Olympics. That's your goal, but to make a career of it
Yeah,
has not been an option.
unless you're playing on the beach scene.
The beach tours,
Yeah.
Right. But in this league, actually, their team, the Austin team, is packed with former Texas Longhorns, Madison Skinner, Asia O'Neal, Logan Eggleston, all former UT players that are playing on this team now. So, yeah, back-to-back championships.
That is very, very cool. You know what's really weird? So some of you may not know this. I grew up in high school and college, and I went to the University of Nebraska. And Nebraska has the record for the largest attended volleyball game
Oh, that's
ever.
right.
They did it at the football stadium, right?
Yes. Why
I
in the
remember.
world the Longhorns have not played a game at DKR is
Yeah.
beyond me.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because they would shatter the record.
I remember it was set out to be a record-breaking stunt.
Exactly.
And it was promoted women's sports. It was a big deal.
It was huge.
92,003 people attended.
Longhorns.
That's also Nebraska fans. They'll show up. I mean,
you want to know
thick
why?
and thin.
Because there's nothing else to do. I'm not kidding. There's nothing else to do,
I mean,
man.
when the Longhorns are losing, even in football, they don't show up. Nebraska, they could be 0-9 and they'll sell out.
Yeah, they have the record for the most consecutive sellouts in the stadium. But I just think the Longhorns, they should fill up DKR and play a volleyball game. That would be very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And because if the Longhorns do it, the next week, the Aggies will do it. That's the way that it works. Some notorious criminals possibly getting released from jail. We'll tell you who they are in just a sec. But real quick, hey, JB, I want you to know that it's Earth Day, man.
Right on.
Yeah, today's Earth Day.
Got to take care of Planet Mom,
Got to make sure she's all right. Put some Band-Aids on her boo-boos if you have to. I've got some if you need them. Okay, so criminals getting released this year.
I'll throw out the name and you connect the crime. How's that?
Okay. All right.
And I don't think you guys will be thrilled at all that these people could be released potentially this year. First name, you tell me where you know him from. Jared Fogle.
Subway guy.
Yeah, dirty crimes, bad crimes. Should never get out of jail crime.
Right.
You don't get rehabilitated from that.
No, lock him up, throw away the key. That's
How
what
long
I
has
say
he been
about
in jail?
Yeah,
Not long enough.
There's a terrifying documentary about him on Netflix.
Oh, really?
Awful. Stay in jail, Jared.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
Who else?
scared to watch that. Josh Duggar.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a bad guy, dirty guy too.
He's from the family, the super religious family. The mom and dad had like 15 kids.
Oh yeah,
And then
the Duggar family.
The Duggar, yeah.
And then he got in trouble for sex crimes, right?
I believe so, yes.
Nope, stay in jail.
Now, this last one's going to really upset some people, especially in Texas. Yolanda Saldivar.
Oh, does that name ring a bell?
Yeah.
Yep, it should.
You know who it is?
Was she the woman that killed Selena, right?
Selena,
Yep.
yes. She's safer in the jail, is what I think.
What was that, 94, I think?
Yeah, 90. Yeah, right around there.
God.
She
She ran the fan club. She
Yeah.
ran Selena's fan club and murdered her.
95.
That's when the murder
She
happened, or
murdered
when
her
she got sentenced.
1995.
No, I think she ought to stay in the jailhouse too.
Yeah. Up for a hearing. Doesn't mean she's going to go free, but
Right. So you got
I have a feeling on that list, Yolanda Saldivar would be taken out if she was in the real world.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As
You're right.
beloved as Selena was,
Yeah.
she
you're right.
was a huge role model.
She was, absolutely was. So there you go, Jared. You got Jared Fogle. You got help me out, Jared.
Josh Duggar.
Josh Duggan.
And Yolanda Saldivar, who could potentially be freed from jail this year.
It's JB and Sandy's show at 98.1 KBET. Don't forget that you can grab the podcast version of the show every single day. Search JB and Sandy on the iHeartRadio app.